Hi there, how's everyone doing today? So if you're watching this channel for the first time, then my name is Marianne Hanson. I'm the owner and the counsellor at NU Journeys Counselling. I work mainly with couples, but I also work with individuals around relationships, low self-esteem, also depression and anxiety and stress. So something that caught my eye, when you're a counsellor, you are required to register with the British Association for Counselling and Psychotherapy. You can either be there as a student member, that's if you're a trainee counsellor, or if you're a qualified counsellor, you can become accredited, or you still have to be a member. You have to show that you're proficient, and as part of that, you have to have regular supervision. And something that we also get as therapists is we receive a monthly magazine called Therapy Today. And that's what I wanted to briefly talk about, because I'm just going to read you a snip from the article that was in the magazine, and then I want to sort of talk to you a little bit about it. So although I mostly work with adults, I also work with children. I've got experience as working with children. I worked at Barnardo's, but I don't tend to get too many referrals from young people and children. But this article is about young people becoming more stressed and depressed. And I just want to read you a bit of it. It says, young people are more stressed, anxious and depressed than ever before. And this information has come from the Prince's Trust. So it said, in a survey of 2,194 participants aged between 16 to 25, it shows that young people's happiness and confidence in their emotional health have both dropped to the lowest levels since 2009. And then it goes on to say that 42% think they put too much pressure on themselves to succeed, but 28% said they would never ask for help. So what's interesting about that is, and this is the types of young people I get coming to me for counselling at the moment, it's usually around exam stress. Some of it could be related to things that are going on at home. But there is a lot of young men and women at the moment who it's around low self-esteem, wanting to fit in with everyone else, not feeling good enough, not feeling pretty enough, whatever it is. And so I just want to give you 3 brief tips really on how you can manage this situation. And this is whether you're a young person or if you're a parent as well, or anyone that's around young people, because I think it starts with, that's really where it starts. Because if you grow up in an environment where everyone around you is telling you how intelligent you are, how pretty you are, that you mean something, that you have value, and that you never hear like the negative stuff, then you have got a foundation for when that does happen. But my feeling is, if you're getting told at home, you're always getting told off, you're always getting told that you're not good enough, you're not, clever enough, you're not something enough, then when you go out into society and then other people are also saying that to you, it's almost like a lot of young people don't have the capacity to handle all of that. And then if they're hanging around with the wrong types of people as well, and those people, you can either, with young people, it will either go in a few directions. They will either seek out people who are going to validate them. So that could be a gang, that could be men if you're a young woman, and they could end up, sleeping with them because they're going to feel good and they're going to get told the things they want to hear. Or it could go the other way, where they're just isolating themselves. They become more and more withdrawn from society, and then they have quite negative views about different types of people, different types of things, and they just become like a loner as well. So it's everyone's responsibility really to be concerned when we hear like statistics like that young people are more stressed and less confident than they've ever been. So 3 of the things I would say is that, on the topic of feeling pressure to fit in, my feeling, and this is something I'm always going to say to people, whether you're an adult or a child, you should never ever beg or force yourself to fit in with whatever fitting in means anyway, because no one actually fits in anyway. You're all different, you're all unique. But when you get to that point where you want to be something that you're not, and you're doing certain things, you are trying to get people's approval, people's acceptance, then you're always going to feel sad, because there's always going to be one person that might say, yes, we accept you, and then another person that says, well, no, we don't. And how are you going? You need to be strong enough and build that skill within you to say that, regardless of what someone outside says to me, whether it's a stranger, my friend, people at school, groups of people, then it's not going to affect how I feel about myself. And the way to do that is to just build your self-esteem on a daily basis. Tell yourself, you know, how valuable you are. Do affirmations. That's another thing I would add to people. Just if you can build up those things from the beginning, every single day you build like your emotional bank balance, they call it, where you have so much positivity and energy within you that no matter what else someone else says to you or when you leave your house, it's not going to affect you. So I think that's the key thing, and I think as parents and adults we can help children to do that by, you know, not putting pressure on them that they have to be perfect, that they have to look like their friends, they have to act like their friends. And it's easy to say because I know personally, having nieces and nephews who are in their teens, and the biggest thing to a lot of my nieces is that they look good and that they get like affirmation from they're on Instagram, and every picture they put, they're looking at how many likes they get. And it is difficult to see because when you see children that are not confident enough, they'll stand in front of a mirror wearing something and they'll just be criticising what they've got on. Then it's tough, but we have to help them, encourage them to be satisfied with who they are. So in terms of exam stress, which is a major thing that affects children's mental well-being, it's just about, for you, if you're a young person and you're watching this, then really what I would say to you is put a plan together for your revision. You can also watch a video that I've done which is called How to Beat Exam Stress. There's loads of other things on YouTube as well. Stick to your plan, you know, regardless of if your friends, if it's a sunny day and your friends are going out, or if people are saying, you know, you're studying too hard or whatever, you make a plan that suits you and stick to it. Don't put pressure on yourself when you're actually at the exam. Do your best. As long as you do your best and you come out there and you have actually done the best you can do, then there's not really much more you can do about it. There's no point in stressing after the exam because it's already been taken. You can't go and retake it again that minute. So it's about accepting that I've done it now, it's over with, and just waiting for the results and trying, if you can, not to kind of beat yourself up and say, I should have answered that question, I should have been quicker, or whatever it is. Try to accept that you've done the best you can. I mean, if you haven't done the best, obviously, if you didn't do enough revision and if you messed about and you didn't put as much into it, then it's fair enough. You can maybe say to yourself, I didn't do my best. But then you can also recognise then that you're not going to get the score that you wanted or the exam grade. But then it's about accepting that as well and then moving on from that. And the final bit, I mean, I've done too many videos on self-esteem, self-worth. You can also go over to my Facebook page, Coach Marianne Hanson, which is all about self-esteem and confidence. It's just, all my videos on this are really long because I just really feel passionate about it. There are too many things in society that are telling people how they shouldn't look, how they shouldn't sound, how they shouldn't be. There's this whole, like, it's not conspiracy, but it's this thing of where they want everyone to blend and just be this vanilla shade of like boring, you know. So if you see someone that looks different or acts different or feels different or doesn't really care and doesn't want to fit in, then especially with young people, you know, you have all of what are they called? Not mods. That's probably from years ago. Gothic, you know, goths, and you've got other people, and the treatment that they receive purely because of, like, you know, they just want to stand out, they want to show their uniqueness. It's horrible, really, but society has created that because adults do it as well. You know, there's this thing where if you talk too much, or if you have a strong opinion, or if you're quite flamboyant in how you dress, or whatever it is, society will kind of try and put you back in the box and be like, no. So what I want to say to young people is accept your uniqueness. It's not about anyone else accepting it. It's about you accepting it. Don't ever let someone say to you, oh, what you wearing that for? Or if you're a young person, you're a young girl, especially, if you don't want to wear makeup, don't wear it. If you do want to wear makeup, wear it. Don't let someone say to you, you've got too much makeup on, or, you know, you should try this, or you should dress like this, or you're showing too much cleavage, or whatever it is. You need to be able to own it, be yourself, do what makes you happy, and just get confident with brushing away that negativity, because it's going to come. We don't live in a world where people are not going to criticise or you're not going to be judged, but you have to be resilient enough to recognise that that's their problem, it's not yours. So they're the three things really, is just make a plan if it's to do with your exams, and stick to it, a revision plan. Just do your affirmations, be confident in who you are, you know, embrace your identity, embrace your uniqueness. Don't try and fit in. It's fine to be amongst friends who are accepting of you and to also, you know, want to be part of the society that you're in. But at the same time, you don't need approval from the society or your friends or anyone really to be yourself. So I hope you found this video useful. I've got a few live videos that I'm going to do on my Facebook pages, so you can head on over to there today. I don't know what times, they're all going to be at different times throughout the afternoon. And if you've enjoyed this video, share it with someone, because there might be someone out there that wants to hear this. Please leave your comments. Any comments you leave, I do respond to every single comment on my videos. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.